1-3, the police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Rock Street.
Counting on the winged avenger to deliver you from evil, aren't you, my friend?
Hi, you're watching the movie Canon? Watch Gio.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. This is Giovanni, and this is a very special episode of the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news and discussions. For today's Canon Council, we have a few individuals here who I believe are big fans of Batman Forever. So we're going to talk about this Amazing movie. I know a lot of you guys did not like this film, but I'm going to try to explain a little bit as to why this movie is so great for me. Much connection to my childhood, nostalgia, and just overall, I love this film, Batman Forever, and it's 30 years. I wanted to do a stream regarding this film in 2025 for the anniversary. I was trying not to go over the time frame, the anniversary window. This movie did come out in 1995, so we will of course talk about the first time we saw the movie, our connections to the movie, some of the sponsorships that I remember. A lot of you guys remember some of those McDonald's commercials, the cups, the Sega Genesis games, some other stuff, and then we have some fantasy figures that we're going to talk about as well, and some other stuff that is happening here regarding Batman Forever. So let's go ahead and bring in my very first Canon Council member of the day here. You guys know him as the one and only Mr. Jose Plus. So here we go.
You meant Revenge of the Sith, right? You said Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my God.
It's actually a she.
Well,
and
actress is a she, but Kid Pool actually I think is a male.
yes,
In the
that's correct.
comics, Kid Pool is a boy, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't. I mean, at that age, you know.
All these fact checks everywhere, but Mr. Jose, how you doing?
Good, man. Good to be here, man. We've been planning this one for a while, so I'm glad that we finally were able to make it happen. I'm excited to talk about this movie. Saw you guys had all your figures, and I'm like, oh man, well this is like a Batman '89 display, but I'm like, you know what, Riddler's gonna show up there for a bit, so I threw him in there.
Okay, yeah.
Even though it don't make sense, but I threw him in there just for fun.
Okay, all right. Well, Jose, thank you so much for joining us here today. Like I mentioned, we've been trying to do this for throughout the year, and there's just delays, and it was like there's only one chance left, November 29th. We got to do it. So here we are. So thank you, Jose, for joining us here today. My next Canon Council member, you guys know him as Figure Craft, Mr. Philly, joining us here today. Mr. Philly, how you doing? I think you're muted.
No, I'm doing the Jim Carrey impression.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, Gio, how we doing, man? Thanks for having me. Excited to talk about this movie. This is I would say, my top 7 Batman movies that I love, that I enjoy and love talking about it. So thanks for having me. Obviously, I got my figures right here. I don't have the Batmobile because it's too big, but there's my figures and I'm representing. So thanks for having me.
Nice. Well, thanks so much, Philly. I know many members of the community are not huge fans of this movie, but there's a few out there who like it. So I have a few on here. And then we have Mr. Low-Key Collector, Mr. Calvin, joining us here. It's Batman related, so he's here. So how you doing, Calvin?
What's going on, guys? I have to say, I was on my phone as you were doing Jose's intro, and I heard Classy's voice, and it just caught me off guard. And I looked up, I was like, I miss that dude. So shout out to Classy.
Rest in peace, Classy Thomas. He's actually in a lot of the intros because he was in quite a few episodes. So rest in peace to Classy, and of course Feel the Burn, Robert, who recently passed away. But guys, thank you so much for joining me here tonight or today. I'm used to the evening shows, but thanks so very much. Let's go ahead and there's a few here in the chat here, so let's start with those. So let me see if we move this real quick here. Better view there. All right, so here we go. First one here, and then also, guys, I am still doing the the vertical and horizontal look to the stream. So there's 2 streams. So if you're on the shorts, like the vertical version one, and you want to go to the regular one, just step out of that one and go into the other one. I'm still testing things out when it comes to the algorithm and these 2 versions of this, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining here. A channel member and a moderator, Mr. 1Adam12, joining us here in the chat. What's up, guys? Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me from YouTube, and Kiss from a Rose by Seal are still bangers 30 years later. And yes, I would completely agree with that. Definitely that. Thanks so much, Mr. 1Adam12. Mr. Valkyrie Magnus, a channel member, dropping by here. Thank you so much for joining us, Valkyrie. Much appreciated there. And then we have Figure Crabs Fairly, who's on the panel right now as well. How are you, my good sir? Long time no see. Joining us here in the live chat as well, Mr. Philly, as well as on the panel. Hey, Philly and Gio, have a great stream today. Thanks so much, Mr. Valkyrie. Philly says, riddle be this. What shoots a bowling ball while having an encyclopedia of knowledge for cinema? So do we have an answer to that? Is it Batman Forever? I don't know, but
a bowling ball. I mean, is it the movie canon?
I don't. Maybe
It is. It is.
Okay, there you go. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Philly.
Cheesy riddle.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of cheesy riddles in this movie for sure, right? So, Figure Crap, hit that like. Yes, guys, if you're able to hit the like button there, it helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. So thanks so much there, Billy. And then Mr. Loki Collector, Mr. Calvin in the chat as well. Good morning, gentlemen. Also here on the panel. Thanks so much there, Valkyrie. I am stumped, Philly. So there you go, right? Oh, there it is. There's the answer right there in the chat. So there you go. So
I didn't even look.
I usually don't, because I'm usually like focusing on something else, on running this, and I'm like, sometimes I don't see the comments right away. But TJ Mike, aka King Churro, a channel member. Happy Saturday, collectors and movie fans. Thanks so much, Mr. Mike, for joining us here.
TJ Mike.
Johnny Chronicles joining us here as well in the live chat. Greetings all. Looking forward to this afternoon hijinks. So thanks so much, Mr. Johnny Chronicles. Great supporter there. Thank you so much. And we have Mr. Viking Collectibles, Mr. Harrison, dropping by here. What's up, everyone? Hello, Mr. Harrison.
He was not my friend anymore.
Because of last night's...
friendships ended last night, so
I guess so, right?
It's over.
Yeah. Referring to the Figures Talk episode last night, I was doing a tier list, and I forgot which one was the one that did it. Jose, which grade or which figure was it? Which character?
He gave someone a C, which I thought was inappropriate.
Was it Dr.
which
Chase?
one it was though.
I don't remember.
No, Dr. Chase. It might have been Dr. Chase. I think he might have given like an A or a B. Dr. Chase got a lot of good scores, actually, surprisingly.
Actually, yeah, that's
yeah. So I think, and once we get to the figure fantasy thing, I think she's more popular than we thought.
I think so too, yeah. Because I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. Let's see, just talking amongst yourselves there. Let's see. TJ Mike saying, Hulk, smash that like button. Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much, Mr. TJ Mike. Jose, do I get any points back from earlier if I say I enjoy this movie?
No, it's too late, man.
It's like, no. I see without seeing. To me, darkness is as clear as daylight. There you go. Have a great stream, guys. I have to head out. No problem there.
No
Mr.
problem.
Valkyrie. Thank you so much for joining us as long as you did. And there's always the replays. Thanks so much, guys.
Yes, a lot of good stuff. Come back, check it out.
Yes, for sure. All right, guys. So again, Batman Forever, 1995. Batman Returns. There was a huge change, right? Tim Burton had directed 89, and then Batman Returns, and there was an issue, if I remember correctly, that actually McDonald's had a bit of an influence here. What ultimately ended up being Batman Forever, the one that we now know. So maybe so you guys remember, maybe you don't, but there was some Happy Meals toys, some Happy Meals sponsorships with Batman Returns. And if you guys have seen the movie, it's pretty dark, right? So it's pretty dark. So they had some Happy Meals toys, and I guess people, at least some families, parents or whatever, didn't really like it, and they're like, "This is too dark. This is too violent. This is too Tim Burton or something." Yeah,
there's a very famous clip of this kid. He was like a movie reviewer, but he was a kid, and he would watch like kid movies or whatever and review them. And he was on a talk show. I don't know which talk show it was. And like he was talking about Batman Returns specifically, and he was just like talking bad about it. And he was just saying like, this isn't inappropriate. Like, this isn't for kids. Like, this is not a movie for me, and blah, blah, blah. And I think that's one of the things that like was really a tipping point for Warner Brothers, that specific talk show comments. It was very, I mean, obviously the McDonald's thing was very, very instrumental in it, but I think that clip especially.
I'll tell you what, though, being a 12-year-old, Calvin being 11, and Jose, I don't know if you saw it in the movie theaters or Gio.
I did.
We freaking loved it. I thought it was awesome. So, he can't speak on our behalf, but kids at that age, it's like, I remember I saw it and I'm like, this is the best thing ever, because we look forward to the movie, because Batman the original '89 was a big hit, so this is a very highly anticipated film. So
yeah, actually, Batman Returns I wasn't able to watch in the theater, but I do remember watching it, and I remember liking it. Like, to me, it was just a Batman movie. Like, I didn't consider like, oh, this is scary, this is too violent. It was just a Batman movie. But then going back to this again, Batman Forever. So then the studio was like, "Can you, tone it down a bit when it comes to like, your Tim Burton-esque of things?" And I don't know if that was the ultimate reason why he left, but he left.
Well, specifically, what happened was they did have an initial one meeting about doing a third film, but Tim Burton felt like they very much were basically telling him, oh, like, if you don't want to do it, it's fine. Like, when you start getting kind of like that like slight nudge to like get out, that's what he felt. And then like he was kind of like, no, I'll do it, but and they were kind of like, well, it doesn't really feel like it's your style. Like, you want to do something more like your style. And so on. When he was like, he got like, based on the documentaries and things I've seen behind the scenes, like he was basically just like, oh, you know what? Like, it seems like you don't want me to do another movie. And they were like, oh, yeah, we do. Like we do. But, there's certain things that blah, blah, blah. And then ultimately he okayed the director, he okayed the writers, and he basically okayed like the general story. And then everything else was just Schumacher. Like, that was it.
And you think of all this faux pas, you think that was Tim Burton's fault. It was not Tim Burton's fault. You know whose fault was it? Warner Brothers, because when the first movie came out and it was a successful hit, Tim Burton wasn't about sequels. They convinced him to come back to do Batman Returns, and they gave him more leeway on the movie. They gave him more freedom. That's why you see Batman and Batman Returns are so different from each other, because Tim Burton had a little more liberties and creativity. So, and that's what caused it. So, not Tim Burton's fault.
And then there was a bunch of there was some casting already happening. Like, I think Michael Keaton was already supposed to be on, like, before Tim Burton left. Like, he was supposed to be Batman in the third one. Was it supposed to be Batman Continues or something like that?
That's correct. Batman Continues.
And so he bailed when Tim Burton jumped off ship. So he didn't feel like he can do it.
At that point, they got someone else. They got, obviously, Val Kilmer. Well, they got Joel Schumacher, right? So they got Schumacher.
She
popped up in there.
Yeah, they had originally, so they had three people in mind. Obviously, Keaton returning, Rene Russo as Dr. Chase, or at least the love interest, and then Rene Russo, and then Robin Williams was talked about amongst the writers for the Riddler. Yeah. So those were who they had in mind. Robin Williams even was offered the part throughout a weekend. So basically, they told him Friday, and they couldn't come up with the money, and his agency was holding out for more money and basically saying, hey, don't worry about it. They're not going to offer it to anybody else. This is your role. And because they didn't answer fast enough, they were like, well, they went to another agency. So that's how they never caught wind of that they offered it to someone else. They went to Jim Carrey's agency. He read it. He said, okay, right away. And then that's how he lost the role. But yeah, All because of Robin Williams was not Riddler in either version of this film because of his representation. That was his fault, and that's something I learned specifically from the two writers of this film.
Oh, okay. And that was supposed to be he was supposed to be Joker too in Batman.
Yeah.
That was one of the brothers' fault because they just dangled that golden carrot for him just to get Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't it Marlon Wayans supposed to be Robin?
That's correct. Yeah. He was originally hired during the transition when they still had Tim Burton, and then when they decided not to use him, he still was contractually hired for the film, so that's why he still receives residuals from this film.
And then some of the things that most people remember or hate about Batman Forever and then later Batman and Robin is the bat nipples, right? So that's where it was introduced. Joe Schumacher did explain why he went that route, and from my understanding of this, I guess he wanted to be more like a Greek
Roman,
or Roman, something like that. So it'll have like that armor, so it'll kind of have that, and that's kind of why they had that in those movies, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, since he did direct both of those films, and he wanted
to pit them as gods. So obviously have godly bodies like Zeus. I mean, Hercules and all those.
Right. And then he wanted it to actually be a bit darker. Batman Forever.
He did.
Mm-hmm. I think he wanted to be more like Batman Year One comic, kind of more like a prequel, like focusing on Bruce Wayne and Batman more. And there's a little bit of it in this movie, but obviously not as much as what he was trying to do. But the studio was like, no, let's do it this way, blah blah blah. And that's kind of what we got here. But I still really like the movie. I was still young. I was 11 years old when the movie came out, or I'm sorry, 10. Around 10 years old when the movie came out. And I'll just give you this quick little story. I've mentioned this story before, but I'll go into a little bit more details. And I have a couple of images that I'm going to show that I was kind of debating if I was going to show or not. But
show them.
So actually, where are
all that hard work for nothing, Joe. You got to pull them up. I know how it is.
No, so right. So I mentioned this before. I got ill. I got sick like in '94. Some heart-related situation there, and ultimately one of my valves needed to be replaced. So it took a couple years before I went to the operation to get open heart surgery to get that heart valve replaced. And I was 11 years old when that happened, so that was kind of scary, dealing with operation like that. So it was like a different situation in my life at that point, right? So dealing with something like that, and then I had to be like bedridden, right? I had to be bedridden shortly after the operation. So some of the movies that I had was Batman Forever, the VHS. So this was one of the movies that I kept watching over and over and over again, as I wasn't really mobile. I couldn't really go to many places or move around too much. Like I said, I was bedridden. So that was the movie that I kept watching over and over and over again. For some reason, I didn't have, Batman Returns or the first Batman. I didn't have those VHS, even though I really love those movies as well. But this is the one that I did have. And it was kind of new. It had come out maybe a few months. The VHS had come out maybe a few months before, because I had the operation like in April of '96, around there. And I think the VHS came out like in October of '95 or something like that. So I'm going to show you these pictures just to get an image. I got these pictures from my parents, from my mom. So that's me when I was in the operation. That was like during that visit. So those are the pictures here. That's me there, and here with my family. I had the operation there. So I got these photos from my mom, and she got them for me. So shortly after that, that's when I had to be bedridden and recover from the heart surgery. And then that's when I watched this movie over and over and over again. So that's the connection that I have with this movie. That's why I really like it. I kind of knew that it wasn't great, but Jim Carrey was in it. Jim Carrey was like the guy at the time, the mid '90s. We have Batman, who I already liked. I guess it didn't really bother me that we had a new Batman, Val Kilmer, right? But even though I did notice, that's a new Batman. Okay. And then we have, of course, Tommy Lee Jones, which we'll get into each character in just a bit here. But how about you guys? So, how was your first experience watching the first film? Any connection that you have to it? Go ahead.
I'll go next. For me, I was 15 in '95, and I remember specifically getting off school and going to see this movie with my friends, and it was a hell of a time. And we had laughs and cheers. I remember specifically when it's all bros, right? So I remember specifically the part where Nicole Kidman is in the sheets, and obviously for 15-year-old kids, boys, we're all howling like woo, And so it was fun. It was a good time at the movie theater, and that's the kind of experience that sticks with you forever. And I remember the soundtracks, the videos, music videos, the cameos. You had In Vogue, Calvin. I'm sure you remember. In Vogue was in the scene with was that cool? No, Coolio was in Batman and Robin. Yeah, but Batman Forever was in Vogue, and then I believe there was one more cameo, but I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, it's an awesome experience. I still love watching the movie.
Batmobile, stolen Batmobile scene, right? Like that's not Batman, that's Batboy.
Yeah, that's Batboy. That's a great scene. And that was the scene where it had the split fin, which it's too bad that Jazz Inc. wasn't able to do that, because that would have been really cool. It was discussed, but I don't think he was able to do that. But I thought that was pretty cool how the fin in the back of the Batmobile split in two. I remember specifically seeing the Batmobile on the Drew Carey show, if you remember. It was in a few episodes, which was kind of cool. The commercials, obviously, the merchandise, it all sticks with you. And but particularly for me, it was the experience in the movie theater, watching it for the first time with your bros from school, and just enjoying summer. So
yeah, summer release, June 16th. I remember, because I was just like waiting for that movie to come out, and I still wasn't able to watch it right away. It took like a week or so. But Calvin, any thoughts on your first experience or just overall?
Yeah, I just remember this being a major deal when it finally hit the theaters. Promotion for this thing was crazy. Like you said, McDonald's was everywhere. Funny story, my mom, still today, is really big about her crystal, her glasses, her glassware, her cake covers, whatever, right? She got this huge crystal display. So as far as I was concerned, when I was able to acquire the full collection of the McDonald's glasses, that was my crystal. And I put my glasses in her display case, and I was like, "Mom, that's my crystal. I'm up here with you." So
nice.
I have my display back there with hers. So yeah, it was dope. Every beat that Philly just spoke on, the Nicole Kidman scene. Come on now, we were all like, "Hello, nurse." And then you know what? In theory, Philly with the split wing on this Batmobile, it would be dope. But this thing is so big and heavy, not necessarily heavy, but it's just so wide and bulky on the back of this car. If it were to split and take up that much more space, it'd be a little more.
You're right.
So it looks good the way it is, but in theory, I would have liked it to be able to split. But I'm glad he kept it in one piece.
Yeah. We have my sister Alice dropping by. Hello, besties. Hello, Alice, a channel member. Thank you so much for joining us here. And she says, "Oh my God, me?" Yeah, she was in one of the photos. A couple of the photos, actually. She was in there. So, thank you so much, Alice. We have Ryan Swayze dropping by here. Says, "Hey guys, hello there, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining us here." And we have 421BB4. With the whole whatever YouTube decided to do with the handles, saying Batman Forever. Thank you so much for joining us here. Much appreciated. All right. How about you, Jose? Any other thoughts on just your first connection or your first reaction?
Yeah. I mean, For me in particular, 95, I was like 2.5 or so when this came out, so I did not get a chance to see it in the theaters until recently, when it was playing at the Frida. I watched it for the first time at a movie theater, but I've seen it obviously countless times on VHS. Growing up, I saw it a lot. It's one of those films again that I saw many times. I only had 2 VHSs for Batman films. It was Batman Returns and Batman Forever. I did not even know there was an original Batman '89 until many years later.
Oh wow!
So I did not watch that movie until later. I mean, I liked Keaton. Keaton's always kind of been my Batman up until like Affleck, but then I always liked Val Kilmer's interpretation, specifically his Bruce Wayne. So I liked all their takes. But yeah, in terms of this particular film, it was one of those movies that I just remember watching over and over again. We had the Kenner Batmobile, which I still have today. I'll pull it up right now. But yeah, it's all beat up now because we would play with it. It used to turn on, which was really cool. But yeah, that's the only artifact I have from.
That's awesome if you still have it. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's still beat up. Let me show you. I'll bring it.
Oh, okay. So let's see here. So now I am going to go through each one of these characters. Not all of them. You like the main cast, the 4, the 2 heroes, the 2 villains, and then of course Dr. Chase Meridian. We'll just go over them real quick here, one by one. But we're also going to go into a little bit of some of the figures, like Jazz Inc., the Batmobile '95, which I don't have, but I know Calvin and Philly have it.
Yeah.
So we'll go over that in a little bit here, but Jose's getting his Batmobile over here. So let's see, I'm gonna full screen him.
Oh wow, looks great.
You're muted.
Yeah, the little thing is loose, so it comes off, but
there you go.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
The original from when it came out. They bought it at the store. And you could put your Batman in there, which he is. You see that?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's
all beat up, but I still have
thanks
that,
for sharing. Yeah, it's really cool. Keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing there, Jose. Let's go into each of the characters real quick here. Let me get over here to. So I remember these posters, even when going to the movies, even before this movie came out, because there was plenty of movies that came out in '95, like even before this, that I remember, and I would see these posters everywhere of like each individual characters, and they were just all over the place. I think they even have like some like trading cards that I think I got at one point of Batman Forever. And
you know what, Gio? This kind of I think Batman started this type of poster where they had the characters. I believe it started with Batman Returns.
Oh, okay.
With all 3 of them, because they did also have Batman Returns style like that.
Yeah,
but I think it started. I don't remember seeing prior to this. I might be mistaken, Jose, but prior to the Batman, I don't think I ever seen character posters before.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure the first time that I remember seeing, except maybe Batman Returns, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
But I was a little older that I was going to the movies like more regularly, well, at least for a kid anyway. So that's why I specifically remember this. But let me go this over here. So again, this is the one individual poster here that they showed. And let me see, with
the gauntlet and glove from the sonar suit, the Panther.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So I remember this here. Let me see. Let me put it over here. Okay, so that's one of them there, and I think I had the trading cards, like I said, regarding this one here. And then we have Robin, right? So the Chris O'Donnell Robin. And let me do this real quick here. Here we go. Bastard! It should have been you! So there we go, that little clip there. Now going back to Kilmer though, as Batman. So overall, what are your thoughts on Val Kilmer portraying Batman?
He did his thing. I had no complaints. Granted, it was was a complete 180 from what we knew as Michael Keaton. And but you know, you went from the dark brunette to the dirty blonde hair. You know, he was much more of a pretty boy than Keaton. So there was definitely a switch there. But as far as, I think he did both well as Bruce, because, you know, it seems like every iteration of the character, one is better as a Batman versus the Bruce, or just like how we do with Peter Parker, who's better at either one. I think he did pretty well at both ends. He helped both sides out. Not to mention that, you know, they use this movie to go a little more in depth into, you know, the psychological aspect of why he was Batman, even though they didn't go as deep as they wanted to, but they touched on it. Yeah.
I mean, I really like Val Kilmer as Batman. Like I like Keaton. I also like Val Kilmer, and we only got one movie for Val Kilmer as Batman, but I still really enjoyed him as Batman. But any other thoughts on Kilmer being Batman?
Yeah, I mean, in particular, again, I did remember one of the things, again, from watching just Batman Returns and this film, was that I also noticed like the contrast in terms of like, oh, this is obviously a different actor. Then I could sense the tone, even as a younger individual watching this film. I could see the tone, like the tonal shift. But I thought it worked, and I've always been very adamant that his Bruce Wayne, in particular, because they dive into his psyche so much, really, really works. All right, and kind of how there was a lot of inspiration of Batman Year One, and you know, the going through the trauma, and that's why they have Dr. Chase, and we'll get into it right now, but that's why she's part of this film, because they wanted someone that was a psychologist that could help dive into, you know, those repressed memories and so on and so forth. So I always thought his performance, again, in particular as Bruce, and I mean, I thought he was so suave, like the way he dressed, his style, the way he drove around in his car. You know, that scene where he's driving that black car and he shows up to go meet with Dr. Chase. He's just really well dressed. So you know, I just liked how he portrayed him. You know what I mean? It still had elements of Keaton, like he still wore the glasses. He still kind of, when he was in the Batcave, and you know, the way he acted when he was getting bandaged up. There's even the deleted scene where he's watching clips from the news reporters and so on and so forth. So it still has some nuances of Keaton, but again, he had made it his own. And I don't know. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Billy, any thoughts?
Jose, Alfred me.
Oh gosh. Sure, sir. I can't persuade you to get what was it? What was the line again? Oh man.
I don't know how to do it. Take a sandwich with you, sir.
You fumbled that
boy. Can I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll take drive-through. Right? So.
I'll get drive-through.
I'll get drive-through.
And scene.
Yeah, exactly. That was part of the commercial. That was part of the commercials for the Batman. There was a sandwich that they were selling. I forgot what it's called, but
really?
Yeah. He kind of broke the fourth wall there. But you know what? It's Keaton was hired for a reason, because you look at the guy. He looks like a regular guy, but you look at him. He looks like he's crazy, like he's batshit crazy. And Kilmer, I know, right? Kilmer brought his own flavor to the Bruce Wayne and to the Batman, and I really enjoyed it. He did a great job. I mean, you've never seen Batman smile, you know? I've never seen him. And when we saw that scene where he walks out of Chase's apartment and he's smiling in the cowl, I was like, whoa, Batman's smiling. We've never seen that before. Yeah. So he brought his own flavor to it. The whole traumatic, you know, acting he did about the, you know, tapping into his past and all that. I think he did a really good job with it. The physicality, I mean, you know, you look at Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, and he looks like a regular dude. But if you look at, you know, Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne, he looks like a Ken doll, which was perfect because this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to make it toyetic. So he did really good. Yep, he did really good, and I that's why I love this movie. It has a special, you know, place in my heart, and he you know, it's sad that he only did one, but he did it very well. So I enjoyed his part.
And then unfortunately we did lose Val Kilmer earlier this year too. So
sad, so
rest in peace, Val Kilmer there. And then Robin. Now, I think they made him older, right? They wanted an older Robin, for this case, and I guess this suit is more inspired by the was it the Tim Drake Robin, right? It's supposed to be more of that look instead of.
You mean the suit? Or...
Yeah, the suit. Yeah, the suit.
Yeah.
I guess
he has black. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Compared to the ones the other ones obviously was wearing like shorts or whatever. It's a little
okay. Yeah.
All I know is that Schumacher wanted to appeal to Generation X, which happened to be around that time frame. So that's why they chose an older Robin, and he was kind of a heartthrob at that time with other movies with that he did. So he went with that.
Oh, and he was just in that movie with Al Pacino,
Scent of a Woman.
Yeah, Scent of a Woman.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Any thoughts on Chris O'Donnell as Robin, or would you have preferred Marlon Wayans, or what are your thoughts?
Marlon Wayans would have been interesting, but I don't think he would have been interesting in this particular film. You know what I mean? So in Tim Burton's universe, especially because if you've seen the Batman '89 comic book that continues the series, you see how well that character could work. And because again, it's loosely based on Marlon Wayans, not that he didn't do it, but how it had he done it, a what if situation there. So for this particular film, I think Chris O'Donnell works. I mean, it always is interesting for me that he basically has to adopt him, even though he looks like he's like 25. But it's so that does look a little strange. I'm like, either trying to play it like he's like underage or whatever, he's under 18, so that's why he needs to have some sort of parental guardian, and that's why Bruce looks after him. But even then, I'm like, I even remember as a kid, I was like, this kid looks like he's like 20 something. Like, why does he have to stay with Bruce? If he wants to leave, he can leave, but
because he knows how to do karate laundry, Jose.
Yeah, exactly.
Karate laundry.
Karate laundry.
He looks like our Stranger Things kids look today.
Yeah,
exactly. Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he was trying to play. I get it, And it's funny because it's an often complaint, especially for like 80s and 90s movies, where like they would cast older individuals to play high school kids. But it's funny because sometimes you watch footage of like actual high schools that recorded like, oh, this is senior year footage, and they record it, and you see people from like the 80s, and they actually look like full grown adults, which is so strange. So I don't know if like nowadays just kids look younger or something's going on there.
Right. We have Fake Poser dropping by. What up? Hello, Mr. Fake Poser. Thank you for joining us here in this live stream. Thank you so very much. See you in the live chats all the time. Thank you for continuing to return. We have my cousin Chevo, Billy Goat, dropping by. Happy Saturday, friends. Thank you so much for joining us, Chevo.
Hello.
Get it? Fake Poser says, growing up, I always disliked that Batman. Always changed actors, yet everyone else remained the same. Robin was the shit, though. Hopefully, Jazz makes the Red Bird. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Next one here, guys. Next character. Some people argue that it's really Joker, but here we go.
Luck! Blind, stupid, simple, doodah, clueless luck!
So, Mr. Two-Face, Harvey Dent's played by Tommy Lee Jones. I really like Tommy Lee Jones in this. I think he's entertaining as hell. I don't think he was supposed to be like entertaining like that, as the character himself. But I really like a lot of the scenes that he's in and all these one-liners and I just really like him in this movie. But I know a lot of people don't really like him. But that's why I still have the Mars Toys figure over here of the Two-Face or the Dual Face or whatever Mars Toys is calling it. But your thoughts, guys? Let's start with Jose.
Oh, you wanted to go for me because so Tommy Lee Jones, I like him as an actor. I like him in the other films I've seen him. In this particular film, even as a kid, I always felt like he was overacting. I felt like he was a little too 1960s Batman. Even though the Riddler overdoes it at the end too. So I mean they both, but I felt like it worked for Jim Carrey. And it didn't work for him. Like I said, even as a kid, I always thought I was like I could care less about him. There's a couple lines here and there that really, really work that I do like. But overall, he's never been my favorite. Like, we talked about it because when you asked me if I was gonna get the Mars toys, when I was like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like for me, it's Jim Carrey's Riddler. That's the character that really resonated with me in terms of the villains. But he works because of the duality of the characters, right? And the reason they had two villains, again, because it worked successfully in Batman Returns, they wanted to have two villains here. And one of the reasons they wanted to have him, not only for the whole aspect of him being Two-Face and having the dual personalities, but the fact that Bruce Wayne also has two personalities, right? And there's a villain for Batman and there's a villain for Bruce Wayne, right? So one, it represents both psyches of that character. So why not have a character like Two-Face be one of the villains for that specific reason? So that's that's something I got specifically from the writers when they came in and they did the interview and the Q&A, is that's what that was their mindset. And I think it really effectively works in this film because, again, it's the two sides of Bruce Wayne, Batman and Bruce Wayne. And
Billy D. Williams was obviously did not return here.
Yes.
To play the character. And I don't remember the exact details as to why that happened. I just know that Joe Schumacher, I believe he directed The Client, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he worked with Tommy Lee Jones before. And I guess he wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah. Schumacher, it was the first person cast. So Schumacher wanted him right off the bat. So I remember the writers said Tommy Lee Jones was already signed on even before anything. They had already signed on and said he was playing Harvey Dent, Two-Face. Like, they already knew. So it's like Billy D didn't even have a chance. You know what I mean? Just
And then I've heard two different stories regarding Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey's relationship while they were filming this. I've read something that Tommy Lee Jones did not like Jim Carrey.
That's correct.
And then later on, I heard that no, that was not even true. That they get along very well. It was just some kind of rumor.
Well, Jim Carrey said in an interview, he's like, yeah, he did not like me. So he said it, but
so I don't. Yeah, something I don't know because I've heard like two different stories of it. But who knows?
Looking at their both personalities, you could tell they did not get along because Jim Carrey was more kind of like spur of the moment kind of actor, and then Tommy Lee Jones was very methodical. So you could see how a lot of clashing was going on. But just to I kind of disagree with you, Jose. I think Tommy Lee Jones, he did phone it in. But he was perfect for this role because, obviously, it's like you ask why did he do it? Because his kids begged him to do it because he told him they was doing a Two-Face character. But he's got this persona that like a bipolar, where you don't know if he's gonna explode with anger any moment, and he brought that to that. Like he was like very. And it's okay to be animated because this is basically a live action animated movie. It's a cartoon pretty much, and that's why Schumacher told him it's a cartoon. We're filming a cartoon, so I think he did a good job. The only thing I would have preferred for them to done, they should have more mimicked the animated series because he would have probably brought a better Two-Face and more serious. But giving him all those colors, the leopard and all that crap on him, that didn't really did justice for him. If he would have gone more with the black and white and maybe like make him more serious like that, I think he would have done a better job. But he still entertained me. I think he was hilarious about the whole the scene that I love the most is the part where he throws that guard in the safe and he tells them, in your case, beer and pizza instead of wine and roses. I thought that was hilarious. And, and that kind of almost looked like a ad lib. Like it looked like he came up with it on the whim. So you never know. But other than that, I think he did a good job, and he did what he was supposed to do. And I think Schumacher told him just be zany, be crazy, be spontaneous, and that's what he did.
Over the top.
No, I don't disagree with you there. I'm sure the performance was based on what the instructions were and the environment and all that. I just think because we've seen him be so good in other films, he could have brought a more serious, more nuanced performance as Two-Face, as Harvey Dent, that I think would have worked really, really well for this film in contrast to Jim Carrey's Riddler. because Jim Carrey was so high. I felt like they were kind of competing, like they were both trying to be really, really high, where he maybe could have been a little bit more low and calculated, and then Jim Carrey could have been the one over the top. I think that would have worked. There's one line in particular, you were talking about lines, that I really, really like, the one where it hints at the history, because they kind of talk about it a little bit in terms of the history that Bruce had with Harvey Dent, but not really. When they talk about like at the court case and him trying to save him and blah blah blah. And then when he tells him, "Oh, you have your coin, like you have to use your coin to decide your fate," and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Bruce. You've always been such a good friend." You know what I mean? Like, and it hints at that. And I feel like had he been a little bit more there. Than where he was, it would have worked really, really well.
Yeah, they set that story to the side. They're like, we don't have time for that. We don't have the which is sad, because like The Dark Knight, it would have been a good backstory to what we had, but it's just they had too much going on, too many villains, too many things going on. So I get that.
We have a big rib. So what's up, everyone? I remember my time working at McDonald's when Forever came out. First movie I made a line for midnight showing. All right, thanks so much, Big Rib.
That's cool, man.
And a member for joining us. Thanks very much. Any other thoughts on Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face?
I think you guys touched on everything I wanted to touch on. Both. I would have preferred a more serious tone from him, but as well, I would have preferred Billy D. Williams to have had that role. That's what I was looking forward to.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. All right, let's do the next one here. All right, here we go. So of course we got Jim Carrey as the Riddler in Batman Forever. And, again, I mentioned this before, mid-90s, that was all Jim Carrey. He was just the guy, the it guy at the time. Dumb and Dumber had just come out, Ace Ventura had just come out, The Mask, and then we have the Riddler here in Batman Forever. And so that was part of the reason why I was excited about Batman Forever as well, because of Jim Carrey. It's very Jim Carrey-esque in his performance, as we've seen, right? So nothing too different there. Definitely over the top, for sure. But again, that's Jim Carrey. So I am still kind of, and we kind of got it a little bit with the Riddler from the Batman. A little bit more, a lot different, like more like the comic book in a way. But I always wanted a Christopher Nolan interpretation of the Riddler, but he never pursued that. But your thoughts, guys, on Jim Carrey as the Riddler?
Yeah, I mean, for me, again, it's the standout character. I mean, I've always loved Jim Carrey as an actor, and again, it was right in the age where I had all these VHSs. So The Mask you mentioned, Liar Liar, Batman Forever, all these films, I saw them repeatedly. Jim Carrey's one of those actors that I feel like I've seen him in so many things. I feel like I know how he is. It's one of those things, how like sometimes you feel like, oh, I know who that actor is and I know how he is, and like if you know that person, you have like a sense of comfort with that actor. And that's one of the things I have with Jim Carrey, and because of this reason, because I grew up watching so many of his films. So again, his performance, it is over the top. It is a little much at times, but again, it is part of this film because of the way that this film was established and built. So I think it works. I think it's fun, it's goofy, and it's memorable. A lot of people, why are we still talking about it today? I mean, we often talk about it. I love his little gadgets that he throws when he destroys the Batcave, his one-liners, in particular also when he's Edward Nygma, and he's transformed from the geek, right? The scientist, the mad scientist, and he's transformed to this, was it Nygma Tech CEO or whatever's, and he's at the ball and he's like, how's my mole? You know what I mean? And he's with Sugar, and he's dancing with Dr. Chase, and like he has such great lines, man. And throughout the whole movie, I always tell you about the dancing scene, because he's obviously being really goofy the way he's dancing with with Dr. Chase there, you know, and he's like, oh, and you are? He's like, Chase, and the grand pursuit you may be, or whatever. It's like, it just works, man. So
we have Johnny Chronicle saying, try as I might, I wanted his portrayal of the Riddler to work, but all I saw was another rendition of Ace Ventura wearing a Riddler's suit. Yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, it's definitely.
I see that what Johnny said. You know, it's funny. Every time I see this, I think, you know, what could have Robin Williams brought to the table, and you know, rest in peace. But I think he would have been better at his line deliveries, because he's very linguistic and very fast and very, you know, articulated. Because when Riddler did a riddle, it was very like smooth and slow, and when you see Robin Williams, he's very fast and quick. And I think he would have done a better job with that part. Although Jim Carrey did also a good job with the whole being obsessed with Bruce Wayne, the psychological, and just being attached to him, you know, dealing with rejection, and he, you know, he was obsessed, and that's what it is. Edward Nygma is obsessed. He has an obsession of his riddles and, you know, personality, and he did play a good part of that. The whole goofy part, like seeing him as, you know, Ace Ventura, he obviously, Warner Brothers was like, let's get him because he had star power. He was bringing a lot to the table, and, you know, he was the hot thing. He was movie after movie, he was making more and more money, and people wanted him. And this is right around the middle. So I understand why they went with him, and it paid off because this movie did really well in the blockbuster. So but I still would have loved seeing Robin Williams. But Jim Carrey did his thing, and, you know, I think, again, like kind of like Two-Face or Harvey, what's his actor's name? Tommy Lee Jones. They just told him, throw everything on the wall and see what sticks. That's why you see serious. That's why you see goofiness, because they told everybody that just to make sure it was as successful as it was. So again, I don't blame him, but yeah, I think he did an okay. I wouldn't say a really great job, but I would rather seen Robin Williams, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Let me see here in the live chat. We have JB Joker dropping by here. Mark calling Orson, come in Orson. I'm not sure what that's.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I missed one that I'm not thinking of right now. But thank you so much, JB Joker, for joining us here today.
JB Joker is saying Mork and Mindy, I think, from Robin Williams, the TV show, Mork and Mindy. Mork calling Orson, come in Orson.
Oh, I see. Okay, talk about that. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. JB Joker. Calvin, any thoughts? I haven't asked you about this, right?
I love the outfits he came with. Let me get that coat, the white coat that lights up, the dancing with questions marks all over the place.
Jogging at night.
Yeah, let me get that. It's not very low key, but I would do it.
Only not. It's funny. All right, so let's move on to the next one here, guys. So here we go.
You bring your scarred psyche. You like strong women. I've done my homework. Or do I need skin-tight vinyl and a whip?
So, of course, we got Dr. Chase Meridian, played by Nicole Kidman. I think this is the first time that I've seen Nicole Kidman in anything. Because, you know, some of the other movies that she was in, they were like more like dramatic roles that I remember. I don't think I was watching any of those before Batman Forever. So this is the first time that I saw Nicole Kidman, and I really liked her in this film. I would say, and it's probably a hot take, I prefer Nicole Kidman than Basinger from Batman '89, but that's just me. But yeah, I think she was a great addition to this. So I think it really works as well. And of course, we know Nicole Kidman, big A-lister, eventually got an Oscar and doing the AMC A-list ads and all that shit now. So yeah, we're still seeing her 30 plus years later. So
Yeah.
Any thoughts, guys, on Nicole Kidman, Baby Girl?
Hello, nurse. She still got it.
She brought it.
To quote X-Man in the stream yesterday, she did stuff. She definitely did. I think that I think she fit very well within this context of this story in terms of being the psychologist, helping, like I mentioned earlier, helping him kind of uncover these repressed memories that he had about himself, the psyche of who is he? Is he Batman? Is he Bruce Wayne? Why does he do what he do? You know what I mean? Like, I think she serves a very interesting purpose in this film that a lot of films didn't really explore in terms of, well, up until that point, right? I mean, we've seen it now, but up until that point, it's something that we hadn't seen before. So again, it's one of those, and I believe she was an original character that didn't exist in the comic books. So Dr. Chase Meridian did not exist in the comic books. She does exist in the comic books, but because of the character in this film and her performance. So again, I've always been a big fan of this character. I also agree. I do like her a little bit more than Vicky Vale. I have come to grown to really like Vicky Vale's performance in that film. I think she equally is very effective in what she does. But I think Dr. Chase Meridian is my favorite of the Batman love interests. And especially in this whole Burtman Schumacher universe. I don't think there's a more than Katie Holmes. Yeah, I do like.
I was gonna say Maggie Gyllenhaal, but no, don't get me started there. We're gonna get here on this stream.
I think that and then like they fit really well. Her chemistry with Val Kilmer is really good. I think it's equally as good as Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Keaton's in the previous film. I think they work really well off each other. I don't think you even noticed that Nicole Kidman is Australian because her English accent is, her American accent in this is actually very, very good, and her English sounds like American. So I never knew up until like I saw her later in other films that she was Australian. I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Again, there's lots of scenes. I mean, this scene where she tries to seduce him, that as a young boy we're watching it and we're like, oh my, so I do like women. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's kind of like, it stays with you. So yeah, one of my favorites.
And then she made Batman smile, the first one.
She did.
So, yeah.
She did.
Which that never really sat well with me, but I got it, but I was like, fuck just happened. I wish I would have liked them to have delved a little deeper into the psychology of her. Like, first off, I know she was playing the sexy role, but I think it was that much more sexy had she been able to really get into the depth of the Batman. I mean, granted, she already had the man about to tell her all his business. So, I think that was a feat in itself right there. But I would have really preferred had they really, because that was the plan. I know they cut it out, but I wish they would have gone deeper into that.
There was more.
I think it could have added a lot more depth to the movie as opposed to what we got.
Yeah. Johnny says that's why Nicole Kidman, was one of Jose's picks on last night's stream, right? Yep.
That's correct.
Chase. And then, you mentioned that they cut out, I think there was more of it in the Schumacher cut.
That's correct.
Which I really, really want to watch. And speaking of that, so we almost had the opportunity to watch this in LA, but for some reason Warner Brothers found out, because they were going to play the Schumacher cut in LA in a little small I think a little venue, like, or not venue, like a I don't know if it's a theater, it was
like a storefront. Yeah, it was like a store.
Yeah, something like that. And then they were going to play it, and then Warner Brothers found out, and they're like, nope, they sent a cease and desist, so they had to cancel it. And that was just earlier this year. And I mean, Kevin Smith did actually play the Schumacher cut in his theater, in his theater in New Jersey. So he actually did play it. So that's my goals in life, to hopefully watch the Schumacher cut at one point. I don't know if that's gonna ever happen, but yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting thing there. But Do you guys have something to write with? I forgot to ask you, Calvin.
Yeah.
If you have like a paper, pen, or something like that, because I'm gonna do a little game here related to Batman Forever.
Yeah, I can pull notes up on my phone.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, that works. Big Poser says Warner Brothers is their own worst enemy. Right.
Yeah, we've seen that time and time again.
Yep, and about to get new ownership, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, so let's see here. Oh, actually, Philly's not back here, but we can do one here. Have you guys seen the figure price right related to like figures and stuff like that on my channel? When I show an image of a figure, and then you would have to guess the price of that figure based on Sideshow's retail price, and as long as you don't go over and you go within $25 of it, you'll win. So kind of like The Price is Right, but with figures. So that's what I'm gonna do here with some of these Batman Forever figures here. So let's see here. All right, so you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
So of course we have the Val Kilmer Batman Forever Sonar suit by Hot Toys. So write down the price, the retail price that Sideshow has. Write that down, and then I'll full screen you guys one by one, and then I'll review what the price is. Normally I do this with the channel members. I have a lot of panelists that are channel members, and then they'll get credits for their character, and that's how they get credits and stuff like that. But you can still play this game here. And then also factor in that Sideshow did add that $5 increase, so consider that, because that is the price that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys got it?
Ready.
All right, let me full screen Calvin. What is your guess, Calvin?
I'm running in still, but 275 is what I want to put down.
275.
Yes.
All right, 275. All right,
let's see a glare on the screen, but
I can't really. Oh, there it is. I see it now.
275.
And then Jose.
Wait, which was the figure?
The Sonar suit.
Oh, the Sonar suit. Yeah, it's 270.
270. All right. All right.
I hear an echo, by the way. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, hold on a sec. It's not me. Are we good? Oh, it looks like we're good. All right. And then Philly's still out. All right. So got you guys' picks there. 260 says Fig Poser. Johnny Chronicle says, I agree. It had an all-star cast, and for all intents and purposes, it should have been a hit, but it's precisely why it didn't work, in my opinion. Although, like I said, Batman Forever did actually, it did well financially. They did do Batman and Robin just a couple of years afterwards, but but then after that, that's when shit really got pretty bad there. 260.
Oh.
260. So yeah, unfortunately, none of you guys got it. So you guys went over. So there you go. So there's another one here. Here's another one. Robin. What's that? I'm hearing like a little like staticky noise or something. Do you hear it? Oh, let's see. Philly.
My camera died. I got this brand new lens that sucks up the juice, so my camera died. Apologies. That is over camera.
Oh, okay. No worries. So I was showing the figure price right. Were you able to hear the rules of this, Philly? It's like The Price is Right, but with figures. Yeah. Okay, so you would just write down the price of the figure from Sideshow, and then I'll full screen you guys one by one. As long as you don't go over the amount and stay within $25, that you'll win. So we're at the Robin figure here. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
ready.
240.
240. All right, 240. Philly.
Can I show you or just tell you?
Yeah, show it to me.
It's sorry, 1 second.
225.
225. All right, 225. All right, and let's go to Calvin. He says, "Oh, I can't see it. Does it
Further away, maybe further away.
Cover your face. It'll zoom in. Yeah, there we go. And then zoom in
250?
closer.
It says 250.
250?
Yeah.
250? Okay, 250. All right. Fake Poser says 250. They always try to force things for financial gain instead of artistic integrity. Shakes my head. Studios are trying to make as much money as they can, so they usually just try to do that stuff. But it is 250.
Oh, Calvin.
Nice.
So, yeah. So Calvin got it. So you guys got it there. So all right. So since I have you guys writing things down, let's do the other one, and then we'll move on to the other thing here. So this is just one. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember this, or maybe you guys don't know, but that's Siskel and Ebert, one of the top movie critics, from the 90s and stuff like that. Went into the early 2000s and stuff like that. So we have the Rotten Tomatoes. So guess what the percentage is from the critics score and the audience score.
Oh my.
So you get points based on each of these. So guess what the critic score is of Batman Forever, and guess the audience score. Fake Poser says, I hit on both the prizes. Yeah, there you go. Or prices. Yeah, there you go. Hashtag Real Talk, says Johnny Chronicle.
So we write down both of them?
Yeah. Just to specify, which one's the critic score and which one's the audience score.
Okay. Critic.
Yeah, and then after this one, I think we go into the I think it's like the sponsorship and stuff like that. Yeah, like the sponsorships, things like that.
Okay. And audience score.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go to Philly. Oh, is it 58%?
58% critics and 72 audience.
Okay, let's go to Jose.
So I put 40% critic, 60% audience.
All right, and then Mr. Calvin, low-key collector. Okay, 30% for the audience. I'm sorry, for the critics.
60
and then 60 for the audience. All right. All right, let's see. I think Poser, this is much harder to get. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
I was close on the. Oh man. 41. I was close on that one, but none of us were close on audience.
They got higher than the audience? Wow, they got paid off by McDonald's.
Those little kids were writing fake reviews, man. What's going on here?
It's funny. All right, so Jose got the critics one. And for the audience, none of you guys got that one. So Jose,
usually it's higher.
Jose got it usually is, right? Usually higher, but I'm surprised that the critics actually. Well, I mean, there was a lot more reviews though, so there's that. But
sorry, most of these reviews are post theater run, right? Because all these websites didn't really go live until after the 2000s, and so when you see it. You see it at home in a DVD or in a small little screen, you're not gonna like it. But if you see it in the theater. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, I think some of the critics are like went back and be like, "Oh, why I haven't graded this? I haven't reviewed this movie in 25 years, so I'm gonna go and submit my grade for Rotten Tomato score." And I think that's how we got these. And then the audience probably same thing throughout the years. You know, since Rotten Tomatoes went live, people have been putting their grades or whatever, and it's pretty low.
If this is low, imagine Batman and Robin.
Oh, Batman and Robin,
way lower. Yeah.
What should be higher?
No way.
Wow.
We have Mr. Brick Artemis, a channel member and a moderator, dropping by. The most underrated superhero movie. There you go. Thanks so much, Mr.
Hey.
Brick.
What's up, Brick?
For joining us here. And Johnny Chronicle says, biggest thing that I remember was Kiss from a Rose, played continuously on the radio when this movie dropped. Yeah, right. That totally... It sticks in your head. It sticks with you. That song. It just really. So that was a good segue. So let's do the soundtrack of this. Just very quickly here. I mean, the one that I remember obviously is this one here from Seal, Kiss from Rose, and then the U2 song as well, which is the one that Adam mentioned earlier in the chat. So I didn't obviously this is the first time that I hear the song. I think this song was made for the movie, even though it kind of doesn't make that much sense to Batman Forever specifically, but I think it was made for this. But
it was between the romance between Bruce Wayne and Meridian.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, we like the song here. Still great even now, 30 years later. But any thoughts on this song or just the soundtrack in general? Because there's some pretty good songs in that soundtrack. I used to have the soundtrack as well.
I haven't listened to the soundtrack in forever, but I'm sure I had it too. So, and I played it quite a few times. So I'm sure, I'll tap into, some memories if I listen to it. I think I'll listen to it today after the stream. But
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a good soundtrack, and U2 was a banger. This was a banger, and I can't remember what artists were in there too, but there were a few more artists that were pretty cool. I think En Vogue had one too in there as well.
Okay, yeah. Any of your thoughts, guys, on this?
I mean, it's synonymous with the film. His Kiss from the Rose. You hear that song, you instantly think about this film, so it doesn't make sense in terms of its connection. I've seen some people try to explain it, that the roses, there's a connection obviously with Chase and the romance there, but also the roses, the representation of the Red Book and the roses and his parents' funeral and so on and so forth. People have made that connection. But yeah, it's not really Batman related, but it's synonymous with the film.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, for sure. All right. Any other thoughts, Calvin? Are you a fan of this song? Or
It's a classic. You can put this on the radar right now and just bang it all day. So shockingly, last night we had family game night, and amongst eating up all the leftovers, and one of my nephews pulled out a game. So it was a stack of cards, and either side had one word, and then I don't know what the name of the game was, but I read the word out, and then you had to give me a song with the lyrics connected to that word.
Oh.
I said the word Kiss, and shockingly, no one brought up this song. I just knew that was what everybody was going to jump for, but they didn't jump on. They said something else, but still a good time. But this is a banger right here.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any other thoughts before we move on to the next thing? All right. Let's do this real quick here. All right, here we go.
Time is running out for Batman, Robin, the Riddler, and Two-Face. Will you get your hands on McDonald's Gotham glassware in time? For just 99 cents each with any food purchase, hurry and take a break, because unlike Batman, they won't be around forever.
So there you go. The
what's crazy
sponsorship
about the commercial is the 99 cents part.
Right. How much would this be now? Like if they were just trying to sell these now?
$49.99.
Yeah.
That shit was $1.07 with tax back in the day.
Right.
I remember $1.07. Yeah, bean burrito.
I had $1 and just happened to have an extra dime in my pocket when I got my very first one that started my collection of these. So I was like, "Who got it?"
Well, at least it's an upgrade from Batman Returns. Batman Returns, we had a plastic disc and a plastic cup.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I think I did have these at one point, but I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. Maybe my mom has them somewhere in the garage.
I have no clue where mine are. I've looked them up several times for the set, and I just haven't pulled the trigger to purchase them. But I've thought about getting them again just to have.
Oh, you know what?
They're probably like all green or yellow. Like this.
Right. Probably. Right.
Who knows?
And I know Eddie has them because he showed one on one of my streams. He had it. So I know he has that one, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
Big Poser says Kiss from a Rose released in '94.
Interesting.
Did it
Yeah.
really? Okay. 'Cause I thought it came out for the movie. But let's see. Interesting fact. I did not know that. Yeah. So there you go. Did you get these, Jose?
No, I've never had them. Unfortunately, I think I've seen them at friends' houses before. Because I know I've seen them in person. Whoa! Hello. Hi, Scarlett.
Hi, baby. Hello there. How you doing?
Hello, Mama.
Hi.
She's saying hello. Let me go upstairs and love you.
A future Batman fan, or maybe she already is.
Batgirl. She wants to be Batgirl.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Let's see. Those were the days. Low key. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I don't have any of these. I've seen them in person from other people's homes, but I've never owned them. Again, I was pretty young when the movie came out, so I wasn't around to go to McDonald's and buy them. So, fortunately.
Back when McDonald's was really McDonald's, you get a bucket of fries. Man, those are the days.
Right.
Oh
yeah. Says you lost the glasses. Has Johnny Connor asking that.
Between moving and what was I, 14 when these came out? So who knows where those things are now? But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost them.
Yeah.
Maybe they may be in a box somewhere. Who knows? At my mom's house, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But who knows? They're probably gone. But and then the game. I thought I played this game, but I don't think I actually did.
I didn't play either.
Of the gameplay, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't.
Genesis.
Yeah, because I had the Genesis. I don't think I never had the Super Nintendo for some reason, but I had the Genesis. I know I never owned it, but I knew it was out there. I know I played the Batman Returns one. I think that one I did play. I think. Brick says I love this game. Yeah, so there you go. Brick's played it. Go ahead.
No, I didn't. I'm looking at gameplay footage and pictures. I don't think I played this one either, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I would think that I would want to play this. So I don't know what happened actually. Like maybe I didn't know, or I have no idea. But yeah, there was a video game for this. Big Poser Schumacher found his older album and wanted that song. Crazy thing is, it was a flop before it got interested in the movie. Okay.
Oh yeah. I think I have heard about that. Yeah, the song had come out and didn't do anything, but then they attached it to the film because Schumacher heard it, like he said, and then that's how it got big.
Oh, okay, all right. Learn new things from the chat. Yeah, cool.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. So, go ahead.
No, I'm ready.
Okay, all right. So I think the next thing here, I think the only thing left is the figure discussion.
Let's do it. I want to show Philly my mock-ups.
All right, so here we go. So we got some mock-ups here that Jose made. Potential fantasy figure picks. Some of them here, for sure. Some of them are mine. Philly as well. So let's start with, where is it here? Hold on a sec, guys. Here we go. So this is by Mr. Jose Plus and Skynet. So we have the Batman here, the Panther suit.
Nice.
So I mean, I want this figure. We all have the Sonar suit, obviously, but it'd be cool if they made the Panther suit. And I don't know, did Jos mention that he might consider doing that one?
It's a possibility, yeah.
Yeah, he's talked about it.
Yeah, because he obviously made the Batmobile, the vehicle. So, any thoughts on this here? There's some other images right here too. See?
Oh wow!
I really like this. I really like this right here.
I do. I like that too.
You got the ones that look like the Zord photos.
That looks like it would be a cool statue, right, Calvin?
It would be, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a statue. This is a third scale one piece, but I would love if I could get this as a 6/1/6 piece to put behind the Batmobile.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Calvin told me about this. I made sure I added it as part of its accessories. You know.
I would love that. Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that suit. It's like a upgrade from the Returns and obviously the '89, and it's like very refined, very, I mean, the only thing is the nipples, but he has nipples in this one. Yeah, he does have nipples, right?
Yeah, he does.
I guess apparently it must have been cold in the Batcave. I don't know, but it's refined and it's really cool. It has the insignia, the yellow. They even took a little liberty with the belt and made it kind of blend in with the suit, which I like. I mean, the yellow belt really doesn't really. I never liked the yellow belt unless it's like kind of gold from the Dark Knight. But I like it a lot. It's really cool. I mean, it's Batman, and the cowl is perfect too.
Yeah, I hope they make this either Hot Toys or Jazzing.
I'm surprised they did a sonar suit because we would, if they made those figures, we probably would have guessed that we would have done the Panther, but they went with the sonar for some reason.
Yeah.
And then Jose sent us this as well. And isn't Mars Toys doing something like this?
Yeah, well, they teased it like 2 years ago. So there hasn't been. Yeah, it's been a while. But it was this particular outfit. This is the outfit that he wears when he first meets Dick Grayson or Robin, when Commissioner Gordon drops him off at his house, and he's wearing this particular outfit. I have to really rewatch this scene and make sure I could get the shoes proper and the pants and all that. So then it's hard because you have to get like a full widescreen shot of his full outfit to make sure it matches. So. But yeah, and then making sure that he keeps his glasses on and things like that. But
yeah. Big Poser says, I heard Jazz Inc. is eventually going to do a Panther suit. Yeah, I've been hearing that too. So hopefully.
I'm ready.
Yeah. And then let's move on to Riddler. So not the solid green one with the question marks, but the other one, the white one. So that's the one that was. I thought I did a fantasy figure pick for this one, but I guess I forgot about it.
You did not, yeah.
But that was one of them, and we got a couple here. Jose did with Skynet. So yeah, so that'd be cool. I would have this. Hopefully, Hot Toys does either the regular Riddler one or this one. But for now, I have the Mars Toys, like some of you guys. But
yeah, I need this one.
That looks dope. I mean, with rooted hair, that'd be really cool.
And with lights out, right?
Yeah, this one.
The other one. Right?
Yeah. This one. It does have the concept. I made it with real hair. So yeah, it should work. Either Mars Toys or an official company should do this eventually. I think it'd be good.
And then the one where he's dancing with Dr. Chase.
With Dr. Chase. Yeah, this was more for me. I don't think it'd sell, but this one was for fun. When he's in his full, CEO look, where he's basically trying to mirror Bruce Wayne. If you think about it, like he cut his hair the same way. Yeah. He's wearing the glasses.
Right.
He's wearing the tux.
He's obsessed.
He's got the mole.
Well, as from here, we can't see the mole. I just zoomed in. I can't see it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that. Gotta make sure I gotta get that.
Oh, it's on the wrong side.
This is a mock-up. This is a concept, guys. It doesn't have to be.
Oh, looks good.
Right. And then we have the scientist.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Yep. Would
that be rooted hair as well?
Yeah, 100%. It'd be rooted hair. Beautiful likeness, accurate tailoring. His shoes was also hard, man, because you have to get a full shot, and so he's like, you have to like slow it down when they kind of do a wide shot and see what kind of shoes he's wearing. It's like, you try to go for accuracy, right? And it's hard because it's
you should include that brain mind reader that he has too.
So I was gonna put him holding it, but every time I asked AI, so AI is not perfect, right? But I would ask it to have him hold it, and then it would be like really, really huge, and be like, "Oh, it's not the right size. Fix it, correct size, make it, blah blah blah," and then they'd be like, "Okay, cool," and then it would make it even bigger or whatever. And I was like, "Ah, never mind."
It's funny because I would get every single one of these.
I got one for you guys. How about the mannequin in his apartment with the whole?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That'll be a great accessory for this one.
The red no versus the green question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would totally get that too.
My figure, I assume it's coming up next, but I have go ahead, Gio, and I'll tell you about the figure afterwards if you want.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I assume we're coming up with another figure, the last character.
Well, no, I mean there's still a couple others.
Did you?
I was gonna say, I was gonna say this. I figured this is the next one, but I forgot. I think we missed an opportunity. I think a special edition 1/6 bed with the sheets with the all seamless naked body.
Oh my!
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You can have Batman right next to her, like Joe.
Oh my god!
Really looking for some nipples, all right. He ain't looking for the bed.
That'd be cool. So I mean, you can recreate the scene where she gets off of bed when he glides into the apartment with that late night booty call.
Oh,
this one was hard too. So I wanted to. So she wears black throughout the whole film. So it's hard to capture kind of what her shoes are and all that. I tried to go for the first scene you see her, which is the trench coat look. But there's so many looks you could do. There's the one where they go to the circus, the one where they're on their date, the one where she gets kidnapped, so on and so forth. So there's multiple different outfits, but I went with this one, and even this one's still not perfect, but it at least gives you the idea, the concept of this figure. I think this one, based on what we saw yesterday too, Gio, it's actually pretty popular. I think that people would buy this. They do a really, really good Nicole Kidman. You know what I mean? I think this particular character, I didn't mention it when we were talking about it, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm biased and nostalgic for it, but I'm like, man, I don't think Nicole Kidman has looked better in any film than the way that they filmed her in this film. You know what I mean? Like these shots, like it's got like this very much like this film noir look, right?
Yeah. You nailed it. You nailed the hair. Yeah.
So yeah.
And Drew Barrymore.
This one I could not do, but it's just basically just the Google image. Every time I put it in AI, it like recognized it was Drew Barrymore right away, and it was like, I can't do a real person, blah blah blah. But for whatever reason, every time I did the other ones, it didn't recognize it enough. Dumb. But yeah, for Sugar, I thought it would be a good complimentary piece if you did that Edward Nigma CEO look or whatever is the EdTech Nigma Tech look. So I think it'd be cool. Not necessarily one that would probably be huge in the community if they ever made this. I don't think it would ever get made. But because it's Drew Barrymore, I threw it in there.
Hey, this thing you made. Somebody's picking that up. We just saw 1,500 blue Keatons. So this will get picked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I do think so. This one though, I don't think this one will be purchased by anyone. I don't think. Maybe me and Jose.
Yeah.
Okay. Question. I know this is a martial artist, and I've saw several of his movies in like the 80s and 90s. Who was this?
I don't know.
I don't know his name, man. I don't know his name.
I didn't know he was a martial artist, but that's cool.
I didn't know that either. It's all right now.
Back in the day. Let me find this.
Yeah. I thought this whole neon light whatever gang was really, really cool, and it really fit the aesthetic of this Gotham. And it's also for us Latinos, Philly. It's this kind of like tribute to Dia de los Muertos, the way that their outfits are. I don't know. I always resonated with it. I always thought they were cool.
But it also comes to a full circle. How the Batman in the beginning, it was Halloween. You had all those thugs having similar paint on their faces. So I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Don the Dragon Wilson.
Okay. Oh.
Kickboxing champion, and he's got 157 credits under his belt.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I did not even know that until right now. So yeah. Next one is, this would be a jazzing situation if that happens, but
don't show this to Calvin.
No, I told Calvin this one's more for me. I've always liked this Batwing in particular. I mean, I love the 89, but this one in particular because it lit up and the way that it flew, and then that scene where he gives the thumbs up to Gordon, and the music soaring and all that. I just thought it would be cool. I'm like, man, even if they made this in 12 scale, I'd be down.
Even like if it's hanging upside down, like a real bat too, like the way it was in the Batcave, I think that'd be really cool display.
Yeah.
Right. And then
I'm already looking at my wall space trying to figure out where it can hang from.
And then Jose added Gordon.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah,
we have an Alfred.
Yeah.
And then this Gordon throughout all the films. So just like Alfred, it would effectively fill a gap in a lot of the collections. Whether you have the Keaton or you have the Kilmer, or if you buy the Clooney, it would fit with all of them. So, and his suits and outfits are pretty much the same in most one, unless he's wearing the full uniform. But unless you go with this this look, I think you could kind of plug them in anywhere. So Mars Toys, come on guys, Mars Toys, Hot Toys, whatever it is, man, I don't really care, but I think it would be so easy for Mars.
I still want that Mars Alfred.
Yeah, man, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't have it.
And Calvin wants the Bat computer from Batman Forever. So
nice.
Yeah. So. I was trying to make the mock-up for this particular diorama for Calvin. It was a lot harder to find references, and if I don't have like a clear reference in terms of like the computer or the kind of that space, it's hard to make. It'll make some other thing that looks nothing like it. So I did my best, but I did find these images that kind of gives us the general idea of how it would look. And then this thing here where the Bat logo is, that's where a screen pops up, and then he can, like, sometimes he watches footage on that screen as well. And in the bottom there, where he's standing, that's where he has that's where the computer where his desk is, and like other screens are appearing. So yeah.
And I think this is the last thing here for today. The Jazz Inc. 1995 Batmobile, which a couple of panelists here have, and I would like to have, but wasn't able to do that.
I actually lit it up today because I never light it up, but there she is.
Oh, there you go. There you go, right next to the figures there. Yeah, that's perfect there.
Fancy.
And then Philly has it, and did you try to get this, Jose, or you were just not?
I thought about it at the time. I just never pulled the trigger. And then eventually the one that I got was the 89. So I did want this one, but I just ultimately went with the 89.
Here, since Calvin's flexing, I might as well just flex too.
Oh, hello.
He was just looking for a reason.
There you go. So there you go. That's Philly's right there. Looks awesome.
It looks good sideways, upside down, forwards, any angle. It looks good.
Yeah. I guess some guy's selling this on eBay for like $2,000. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah. I don't know if Frankenstein's has it, but
I don't know. But if they do, it's going to be way over than that.
It's going to be like
$5,000.
Yeah.
No, I've literally seen him like gouge people before, and I think it was LA Comic Con. A couple guys would look. I can't remember if it was an Ecto or a Batmobile, but you know, he pries on people that don't know what normal pricing for these things are. So they walk up and like, oh, $3,000 is that? So a couple guys walked by, admiring something. And I heard what he quoted them, so I waited till they walked away. I was like, do your research, check eBay, check this, and check these websites. Get as close to retail for it as you can. They're like, for real? I was like, yeah, that don't buy from him. That's just ridiculous.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of common knowledge to not to buy any 1/6 scale stuff at conventions because they're gonna jack up the price.
Well, for the laymen that don't know no better,
Yeah,
he's looking for, unfortunately.
exactly.
So,
Yep.
I mean, even with myself, I think I wanted a Dark Trooper or something that he had in stock, and he had some outrageous price, and so I found it on eBay. I was like, "Can you match this?" And he was like, "Nope,
Nope.
I'll
sell it to some other dummy.
Yeah, so I was like, "All right, well."
Other dummy? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, they want to sell it to someone who doesn't know.
Right, unfortunately, it's over here. So
yeah. Let's see, guys. I think that's it.
All right.
So let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we talked a lot about Batman Forever, connection to it, why we like it. Hopefully, one of you, if you watch this, hopefully you were inspired to want to rewatch Batman Forever this weekend. So
there's a dope logo too with the question mark and the bat signal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I always like that. I always like that logo.
that market was phenomenal when they came out with that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's see. So let's go to. So I'm gonna. So you can plug, your channels and stuff like that. Let's start with Jose because that's the one that I have actually ready to go.
Oh, okay.
So Jose, what you got?
No content on the channel yet, but I want to do stuff. I've just been really busy. But we are prepping for the show next Saturday. So the show, Muscle Minerals, will be back for our anniversary special, 1 year since the introduction of the show. So we're having our anniversary special. It's going to be a good one. Do you have the graphic for that, Gio?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for here. Here you go.
There it is. So next week, Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern, we'll have Zord Photography go one-on-one with X-Man Supreme. I've already seen one of their presentations early, and it is very, very good. There's actually both these guys on the panel have both seen that presentation briefly. So hopefully they tune in to go ahead and vote for one of these gentlemen. It should be a good episode. We're going to be talking having more discussions, not so much figure news because it gets a little, everyone talks about it. So because we only do this show once a month, it'll be a bit more discussions, and then we'll get into the main event. So hope you guys can tune in again, 9 a.m. next Saturday.
Yep. So that's December 6th. Thank you so much, Jose, for joining here on this Batman Forever live stream. Much appreciated there. Let's go to Philly, Figure Craft. So what you got?
Not much. Just doing my figure photography and trying to kind of squeeze in a collection tour video before the end of the year, just to kind of show the progress I've done in the last 2 years. Because the last one I made was 2 years ago, and my collection has increased and also changed dramatically. So it's funny. Like I told Calvin, I'm already thinking about changing it again, and I'm like, I better just film this video before I change it again because I've been going through so many iterations with it. Originally, I rearranged my whole collection just for the collection, but then in between, I decided to make a bat cave along with it. So it's like, I'm done. No more rearranging. So I think I'll record this thing and then I'll let it sit for a couple of years before I change it again. Other than that, not much. Just check out my channel. I do have some cool documentary videos about figures and movies and film. I do have a couple of videos of unboxings and stuff like that, and diorama builds. Maybe I'm thinking my next diorama build. I have a lot of figures on backlog, meaning that I have them here, but I haven't done anything with it. I want to do something with the Jack Sparrow artisan, and I was thinking of doing the. And the first one, the Black Pearl, he was in like a little boat, and it had like a pole that looked like an actual ship with a sail. I'm thinking about doing that in a 1/6 scale format and putting him on top of the sail. So stay tuned. Hopefully I can get that done before the end of the year as well, because I love building dioramas. So I got the materials for that, and that should be something really cool and exciting. So
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Philly. Appreciate you guys' the time here and the panel.
Thank you for having me.
And then we have Mr. Low-Key, Mr. Calvin. So I'm just showing your Instagram page, but thank you for joining us here, Mr. Calvin. It's been a while. So
I appreciate the invite, guys. You know, I'm always down to talk some Batman talk. Philly actually has 2 room tours he's going to have to film because he's been trying to get mine done for years. And he literally has been pushing me because, you know, I really wasn't looking to do one, but I was like, I need my legacy pieces to finally come in. So the Jazz Inc. back computer and my custom 89 computer and pieces are finally in. So once I can finally get those, you know, organized on the shelf, and when he has time to come down here, we'll get it out to you guys. So
we're gonna do it MTV crib style.
Oh yeah.
You're the director. I'm just here to assist whenever I can, however I can. So just let me know what to do. Also excited for Yost as is that Psych Moon has put here. They only need another 28 backers for that 12th scale.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
12th scale 89.
You guys have
only 28 more.
35 hours left to go to get it in. They're gonna knock 28 to go. They'll get it. So I'm happy for the guys that
I think so.
got that.
Wow.
I backed it.
That's
I backed it because I know both these guys got the 6 scale. I've seen both of them in their collection. Yeah, so both of them have the 6 scale, but I don't know. I don't have anywhere to put that. But a 12 scale, I could put it right there, and I'll be happy with it. So I'm excited.
That was Sai Moon. Thank you so much for joining us, Sai Moon. Much appreciate that. And Johnny says another great stream, Gio and panel. I like your style. You guys speak my language. Thanks so much, Johnny.
Appreciate it.
You're going to join us in the live chats. Much appreciated there. All right, guys. So thank you so very much to the panel. If you watch this live, if you're watching the replay, thank you so very much. Appreciate your time.
Christmas last year.
Oh, let me go in there.
Got my
nice
Batman night here.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Oh,
that's cool.
Watch out.
Right? You take that with you, Calvin, when you go out?
That's like a battering, man.
This one stays in the room more than anything else. Where's my other one at? I have one I usually...
It'll come back to you, so that's why he's got...
Travel with these. This is the one I travel with.
Oh, okay. All right.
This one's more novelty. I keep this in the room. This is my unboxing knife.
Very cool. Very cool, Calvin. I'm still sad that I wasn't able to tour your.
Bro, I told you that open invitation. Whenever you're free, just let me know.
All right.
Come home, you come through.
Gio, you're down the street. There's no excuse.
That is true. So we'll set that up. But
it's okay. I've invited him too, Calvin, and he still hasn't.
Well, you're like
Jose down.
Well, Calvin is a lot closer. I think we live in the same town now. I think. But,
yeah. So like I said, whenever you have a chance to get through, just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. But thank you so much, guys. As always, let's see. Don't mess with the low key, yo. That's what I took away from that.
That's just the blaze. I got other things hidden in the house. Then every room's got something hidden. So
he's got a real life lightsaber. So watch out.
Right. So he's Batman, John Wick, and
and Anakin Skywalker.
Right. Exactly.
All in there, man.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys. Appreciate your time, and Figure Sock on Friday night, 7:30 p.m. PST. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Take care.
Enjoy your Saturday.